Hi, it's Natalie from Together Apart Mediation, and today I'm going to talk about something that you probably don't want to hear, to be quite frank, and that is what is a co-parenting relationship. Now, there's a reason why you're in mediation, and that is because the relationship you had with each other previously has ended for whatever reason. And usually the last thing that people want at that stage is to enter into a new relationship, which is the co-parenting relationship. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depends how you look at it, as far as parenting is concerned, you're here for a marathon and not a sprint. And no matter how old your children are, but the co-parenting relationship is, to some degree, depending how you look at it, a lifelong commitment. You will always be parents to the children you share together, for better or worse. And even when your children are reaching adulthood, there will still be incidents where you will be spending time together. There may be 21st birthday parties, graduations, marriages, grandchildren. Whatever happens, you're probably here for the long haul. And when we talk about co-parenting relationships and mediation, that is what we're referring to. It's not about in some way revisiting the relationship you have had in the past as a couple or even as parents in the past. It's about talking about the co-parenting relationship you will have into the future and into the long future, quite frankly. So it's worth thinking about what it is that you want to experience during this long-term co-parenting relationship together. It is really normal in the early stages after a separation to be feeling a lot of emotion and to be working through the relationship that has been and coming to some sort of a conclusion to that process, what has happened. But there is also this new relationship that is starting to form, and as hard as it may be to shift focus from one to the other, particularly in the early stages, what we want to do during the mediation process, as much as possible, is focus onto that new relationship, that new co-parenting relationship. And there are many ways of doing that, no doubt, and we will be focused on figuring out what the way is that can work for your family and that will work best for your family. But it is really important to make that mental shift as much as possible. And whether you think of your co-parenting relationship more like a business relationship where you are managing your children together, whether you think of it as a best case, maybe some form of friendship, worst case, if you think of it as a relationship of necessity, whatever it may be, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the relationship that has been, we're talking about the relationship into the future. And we will do our very best to make that work in the best possible way for your family. I hope that helps. And if you have any further questions, as always, reach out, give me a call.